Hello everyone, it's the Axel Shifter here, and I am finally back with the next Multiverse Wars episode number 65. And I know it's been about a month and stuff, but I've just been really busy with college now and everything else that's going on, trying to get, my driver's license and everything else. So sorry about that wait for the series, but now it's finally back, and I'll be here with another matchup today. We have Tinker Knight from the Shovel Knight series versus Magnet Bomber from the Bomberman series. Yeah, new characters and new series will be on this series of Multiverse Wars series Inception. But anyways, yeah, without further ado, let's not waste any more time, and we're going to be seeing who will be winning this battle. Let's go. Tinker Knight is one of the 8 knights of the Order of No Quarter who serves the Enchantress, as well as being the boss of the Clockwork Tower. But unlike most of the knights of the Order, he was led to believe that they were securing peace over the valley, as well as contributing to their army with a massive array of war machines, and pilots a gigantic tank in battle. But now, let's talk about his powers, abilities, and feats. Tinker Knight is strong enough to hurt Shovel Knight, and Shovel Knight is capable of defeating the Black Knight, who can also destroy large stone structures, even after the latter was made stronger by the Enchantress. He can also withstand strikes from the Phantom Striker and Baz's lightning attacks while in mid-air, and even hurt Baz, who are all scripted to do the same thing in his boss battle. All this would put Tinker Knight by proxy at around building level in terms of attack potency and durability. And as for his speed, he can travel at around subsonic speeds, but his combat reaction speeds are way more impressive because he once again scales to Shovel Knight, who can dodge lightning attacks, which are pretty much 1/3 of the speed of light, which lightning is, of course, which would put him around subsonic in terms of travel speed and massively hypersonic combat reaction speeds for Tinker Knight. Tinker's stamina is also pretty high because he can rage in a fight in a long, prolonged combat battle with Shovel Knight and has many more weapons and abilities such as the Bomb Seed Bag, the Chronos Glass, the Disruptor Talon, the Diamond Dust, Divine Liquid, Dema Mallet, Phoenix Feather, 5-String, Fizzle Wand, Fuzzy Horns, Gem Beat, Gem Chain, Gold Leaf Clover, Meal Ticket, Mentor Manual, Nimbus Balloon, Potion Napkin, the Power Pail, the Premium Meal Ticket, the Obsidian Drill, Shockproof Socks, Single Glove, Shouting Charm, Swift Dagger, Third Amulet, Totem, and the 2 Big Bomb. All of these gadgets, explosions, and weapons make him way more dangerous and give him much more versatility in terms of combat and fighting and solving solutions for pretty much defeating his opponents. His intelligence is also not to be underestimated due to the fact that he invented the Tinker Tank, which can sustain and accomplish many functions at once in order to take on Shovel Knight, and it's programmed with sentient robots in a medieval setting and stuff, pretty much so, making him pretty powerful and making the Tinker Tank extremely powerful. But despite all of these things going over him, the Tinker Knight still does have his fair share of weaknesses because he is rather clumsy and he's mostly kind of stationary for their battles, so he doesn't really move around most of the time, really. Well, he can move, obviously. I mean, he can scale to Shovel Knight and stuff. He can dodge lightning and shit. But yeah, this does make him prone to getting attacked most of the time by Shovel Knight and other characters. But overall, the Tinker has still proven to give the Shovel Knight a very good and noble fight. Magnet Bomber is one of the 5 dastardly bombers and is a reoccurring villain within the Bomberman series, and he is a band bomber with an affinity for magnets. As a bomber cyborg, he's been given the ability to plant bombs like Bomberman, like any other Bomberman within the series, and every one of Magnet Bomber's appearances, he has pretty much always been the first boss you have to take down. But as for his attack potency and durability, or strength and attack potency and durability, it is pretty impressive as he can produce powerful explosions with his bombs that are strong enough to destroy walls and can harm Bomberman himself. And based on this ability to deal damage to other characters within the verse, who can destroy walls and other durable obstacles and structures, Magnet Bomber would likely fall in the wall of a range in terms of attack accuracy and durability. And as for his speed, it ranges from in the travel to combat reaction speed class, as he can scale to Bomberman, who can outrun explosions and reactions to robots that can travel at faster than light speeds, and in space, which can reach at the escape velocity of the black hole. Pretty much mean that they can escape black holes in general, those robots I just talked about, meaning that Magnet Bomber can be very difficult to hit in terms of close quarters fighting or even touch him at all. Oh yeah. But anyways, his stamina is also very high because he can endure extended battles against other Bomberman and Bomberman himself, but I couldn't exactly find any more stamina feats for him, so it's still impressive, but that's really the only one feat I can really see. He also has other abilities / weapons in his arsenal, mostly bombs. We have the Magnet Bomb, as these bombs will magnetically attract to other Bombermen if he lines them up correctly. Then we have his Magnet Fist Rockets, which he always has because they're on his hands. And while they're combined in pretty much there, he can pretty much launch his fists like kind of Garnick's fists, which also can fly due to the fact that they can gain wings and block off any bombs set south. Then we also have pretty much other forms and stuff we can use during his boss fight, such as the Iron Gate, the Blackian, the Galatea, the Magnet Dragon, the Iron Goose and shit, and the Grey Galatea. All of these forms will make him really difficult to take down in terms of fighting or even just, killing him or fucking taking him down in general. He's also very smart, and he's pretty much shown to be a very tactical fighter with skills in bomb usage and combat strategy, though he's not exactly a genius or high intellect and some shit like that. And speaking of which, Magnet Bomber does have a few weaknesses. For one, his over-reliance on bombs. While they are pretty powerful and useful, he mostly heavily relies on those bombs, which could make him vulnerable to any opponents who can neutralize or avoid said explosives. Also, he lacks versatility in his attacks, and while his bombs are pretty powerful, he doesn't really have any other offensive skills other than the forms I've just mentioned or any other weaponry besides on bombs and those mecha forms, which could leave him at a disadvantage where his bombs or those mecha forms are ineffective. But in the end, Magnet Bomber's explosive power, magnetic manipulation, and strategic mindset makes him a very fucking good fighter. Sorry about that. And now that we discussed both characters, it's time we talk about who would win this fight. And personally, I would say that Tinker Knight would be the winner of this battle, and I will explain why right now. For one, if you remember what I said in the pre-analysis for this video, Tinker Knight is around building level while Magnet Bomber is around wall level in terms of attack ability and durability, which means that despite his speed, Magnet Bomber won't really be able to do much against Tinker Knight. Once again, if Magnet Bomber uses his speed, of course, maybe this will be extremely difficult for Tinker Knight because, as I said before, he can be pretty immobile at times during their fight, and, he's still nowhere near as fast as Magnet Bomber in terms of combat, travel, and reaction speeds, but still, Tinker Knight is just way stronger and more durable than Magnet Bomber, so it wouldn't exactly mean much when Magnet Bomber can't exactly hit him as hard or even hurt him that badly. And also, yeah, Magnet Bomber, once again, is faster, but it won't really matter. Also, unlike Magnet Bomber, who has limited range, Tinker Knight has mech missiles attacks and can reach further and faster than him, as this would give Tinker Knight the ability to pressure Magnet Bomber from a distance. So, in the end, thanks to his greater strength, durability, more ranged abilities, and more experience per se, being a knight and shit, I would have to say that after a battle a bit, maybe it's not a complete stomp, but then again, it's not exactly close either. The only thing that will pretty much be keeping Magnet Bomber in this fight for longer is his greater speed and agility, but even then, it won't last him forever in this fight, as I would say that the winner is Tinker Knight.